More than a decade after Nigeria began its campaign against attacks by insurgents, the country witnessed an unprecedented rise in the level of attacks by terrorist groups as well as abductions by bandits. According to a report by SBM Intelligence, almost 3,000 persons lost their lives to attack by bandits and over 1,000 school children kidnapped in the year 2021. Our correspondent Abisola Adebayo in this report takes a look at some of the top security events in 2021.
The first move by President Muhammadu Buhari as a solution to the nation's security challenges was to replace the service chiefs with immediate effect. Major General Leo Irabo was appointed Chief of Defense Staff. Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru became the Chief of Army Staff. Vice Admiral Awal Gambo was appointed the Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Marshal Isiaka Amao became Commander of the Air Force. Barely a month after their appointment, bandits kidnapped 279 girls from Government Girls Secondary School in Jangebe, Zamfara State, northwest Nigeria. The abduction is the highest number of school kidnappings in Nigeria. The girls spent only 4 days in captivity after the Zamfara State government struck a deal with bandits and negotiated their release.
Negotiation should not be encouraged. Amnesty should not be encouraged. Because it's two ways. When you negotiate with these guys, you are emboldening them. You are giving them strength to commit more crime.
The country will go on to record 5 more attacks on secondary and tertiary institutions in the northern part of the country. While several groups of bandits continue to terrorize the country, the Nigerian army suffered a great loss. On May 21st, the country's Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, and 10 others died in a plane crash. A day later, their remains were laid to rest at the National Military Cemetery in Abuja in a ceremony where President Muhammadu Buhari was absent.
Our dear country has no doubt lost the true rare gems of officers and men. We must therefore do all that we can to honor them even in death by upholding the virtues which they firmly demonstrated during the course of their career.
On June 29, Nigerians woke up to the news that United Kingdom-based leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested. The federal government had accused Kanu of terrorism, treasonable felony, managing an unlawful society, among others. But the activist fled the country in 2015, and since then, little or nothing was known of his whereabouts until his arrest 6 years later.
Kanu was also accused of instigating violence, especially in the southeastern Nigeria, that resulted in the loss of lives and property of civilians, military, paramilitary, police force, and destruction of civil institutions and symbols of civil authorities.
But the federal government was not done with the arrest and prosecution of separatist agitators. On July 19, popular Yoruba Nation activist and separatist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, was arrested. The activist, who had several clashes with the Fulani headsmen in Oyo State, was said to be on his way fleeing the country to Germany through Cotonou, Benin Republic. Igboho's attempted escape from the country followed the July 1st attack on his residence by operatives of the Department of State Services, DSS.
He's been arrested. That means they will send him to Nigeria to answer the allegations that have been leveled against him. If he's innocent, he will have his day in court, and his lawyers are going to fight for him, and then, of course, if he's innocent, get him out. But preempting it and saying that the law should not take its course, I think is a hitch itself.
To lend support to the military's fight against insurgency, the federal government announced that it has taken delivery of the first batch of 6 of the A-29 Super Tucano aircraft from the United States. In October of the same year, the Nigerian Air Force received the final batch of the 12 A-29 Super Tucano fighter jets. But despite the sophisticated weaponry, the audacity of bandits to attack Nigeria's premier defense training institution, the Nigerian Defense Academy in Zaria, took the nation by surprise. In that attack, 2 officers, Lieutenant Wula and Flight Lieutenant Okoronko, paid the supreme price, and another senior officer was abducted in the process. Nigeria's worsening security has been a major concern for the government. In his New Year speech, President Muhammadu Buhari made promises to find lasting solution to the nation's rising insecurity, apportioning as much as 15% of the 2022 budget to defense and security. Abisola Adebayo, TV 360 News.